During client reviews, it has come to our attention that many clients do not fully understand how to interpret their quarterly statement from Team. With the fourth quarter coming to an end, now is a good time to review Team's quarterly statement. After I review how to read the statement, I'll show you how the key data can be extracted to determine if you're on pace to meet your financial goals. Here's an actual statement from a client. As you can see, in the right-hand corner, I've covered the client's name. Underneath where the name typically appears, you'll see the date the statement is as of and the inception date. So this client has an inception date of August 14th, 2003, which is actually the furthest back we can go due to compliance and audited returns. If we go to the Components of Change section, you'll see three time frames: quarterly, year-to-date, and since inception. Let's start the since inception category, since it gives us the longest time frame and shows how Team has done since you've hired us. So this client gave us $827,794.19. They have withdrawn $141,852.40. Realized gain shows assets we've sold. Unrealized means assets have not been sold yet. Then we have income and expense from the accounts, any transfers to and from the account, and the total investment gain or loss. So Team has made this client $591,393.82 since August 2003. Now let's move to the next section, portfolio returns. This percentage shows your annualized return, and it is taken after fees and expenses. It also gives you two benchmarks or indexes. Clients naturally want to know how they stack up to certain benchmarks. However, I urge you to do so with caution. Due to our management style, we are completely uncorrelated to these indexes at times, and we do not try to do what they're doing. So, we understand why clients want to compare us to benchmarks, but oftentimes it's misleading. The next page simply shows returns by account. So this client has two IRAs and a joint account. Remember, smaller accounts may have 100% in Team's mutual fund, so the returns are going to vary. The next page shows you what your portfolio currently holds. It gives you a dollar amount and percentages. Remember, these hedge inverse funds do the opposite of the market index they are associated with: NASDAQ, real estate, and Russell 2000. If you would like to review what Team holds and why we are holding it, please let us know. We are always happy to review this with you. Let's do a quick case study to show how you can use the statement to help project your long-term financial picture. I'm going to take the same client and look at their retirement projections. This is very important for two reasons. One, to make sure you are on pace to reach your goals. And two, it is the best way to determine whether or not Team has been doing what you have hired us to do, which is to help you achieve long-term success. Here we have a projection. The projection was completed for the client whose statement was just reviewed. You can see their age and that they are both retired. They are spending $7,350 per month. Here are their assets and their return assumptions. We are using 5, 7, and 0% annual returns. If we go back to the statement, we can see that they are averaging 7.3%. Still, we're going to focus on the 5%, so we're taking a more conservative approach. We are assuming 3.5% inflation, and they have Social Security and a pension. Now when we click on the Detail Combined tab, we can see that they are in great shape at 7% and very good shape at 5%. At 5%, they're not seeing in trouble until she is 94 years old. He is 97, but the projection also has them passing away at 95. Now let's look at the same client from 2009. As you can see, the client is 3 years younger. Their investment account reflects their values in 2009, and the return assumptions are the same. In this projection, we are actually increasing Social Security by 2%. In the 2012 projection, Social Security was only increased by 1%. So, the 2012 projection is even more conservative. When we look at the detail combined on this projection, we see that they are still in great shape, but they are better off today than they were in 2012. We see more red in the 5% column, and they have more assets, even though they're withdrawing $2,500 per month. So what does this mean? Well, a couple things. It is far too easy to get caught up in the emotional side of investing by looking at the portfolio over short time frames and getting discouraged or upset by what you see. However, I would argue you did not hire a team to beat the Dow Jones over a 9-month stretch. You hired us to help you achieve your long-term financial goals. Second, I did not choose projections from 2009 arbitrarily. This was a great time to be a team client. You made money in 2008, and you had never experienced a losing year. However, with all of that said, this client is better off today than they were in 2009. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this provides insight into how to read your quarterly statement from Team and demonstrates the long-term value of financial planning.